As he rushes in, I'm going to go for a longer hook here. Even if it doesn't hit or if it grazes, it's bought me a little bit of time. Hello, my name is Wootton. This is Phil Casper. We're going to take you through some techniques working on stepping backwards, so defensive ways of moving backwards. So when you're fighting, sometimes if you step back in the same stance, it can appear quite negative because I'm moving back away from my opponent. It can appear, particularly when you're fighting like Thai rules and it's very focused on dominance. So stepping backwards, unless I'm lining them up for something, can look like I'm shying away or I'm slightly negative in that approach. So what we're going to work on is stepping back by changing stance. So I'm not giving ground so much. My rear leg stays as it is. I'm changing stance, and the first one I'm going to do, I'm just going to put out a pouring jab. So unless he runs onto it, it's not going to be that strong. So I'm just going to step out and measure, making sure my leg goes all the way to the back here. If I can, sit a little bit more weight on my rear side because this will give me options later on. But this hand here, straight away, is touching him up, so it's preventing him from seeing properly, and also I'm measuring, so I've got a distance gauge. If I was to step back and it was further away here, or if it was in nice and close, so straight away I know the distance-wise. And then this is going to affect what I do next. Alternatively, I could step back and throw a bit more of a powerful strike. So as I step back, I might load my legs a little bit, leave my torso twisted, and then untwist onto a longer uppercut. So there's a little delay when the foot touches. So if you go again, Phil, here I step back, delay, and then I'll come up here. So it's not exactly at the same time. It's not straight away. There's a delay where I put my foot down, my legs are bent a little bit, and then I snap up through that hip into that longer uppercut. Again, I'm going for a longer uppercut. If he was to rush in, then of course you could do a shorter one, but I want to give myself options. So I want to give myself options for attack, and I can move off and defend there. Third one again, hitting with force. Foot is going to touch down a split second earlier. So touch down, leaving that shoulder twisted. As he rushes in, I'm going to go for a longer hook here. Even if it doesn't hit or if it grazes, it's bought me a little bit of time then to think about what I'm going to do next. If he was to rush in, so if you come in a little bit quicker for Phil here, then you can walk into a bigger shot there and you're setting him up for something else. So in essence, the first one, stepping back with this measuring jab, is probably best at a bit more of a distance. If someone's coming in really aggressive, I might let them walk into an uppercut, and again, walk in, step the foot down, and I want to twist and transfer my weight onto that, in through that shot here, because then my weight's on my back leg, ready for something there. So showing you those same defensive guard changes techniques from a different angle, and also adding in one more option. So going back to those first ones, changing guard, got the measuring jab, changing guard, loading the legs, sit down, making sure this hand doesn't drop too much before I shoot into that uppercut. And again, loading the legs, letting them walk into a strong hook. And then if they were to rush in, another option, if they were to rush in really fast, you can let them walk onto that elbow. So this one, I'm not generating much force through it by myself, but it needs them to come in really quick here where I can chop down. I like to raise up and try and aim, go through the guard there, down through the middle. It's just a little bit harder to defend. There's a few ways of defensively stepping back into an opposite stance, and then a few options of what to do once you've done that. I'm Wootton, this is Phil Casper. Follow us on Instagram. Thanks very much.